Defending the canyon on glitters. How important is it? Does it change the whole game? Over the next week, I'm going to release maybe 3 games in which the canyon really is pivotal in every single game. We're going to see what makes and breaks a canyon team. These couple of games, I found them special. We've got the similar players. We've got Stripper Crystal. You might have recognised Stripper Crystal from a previous game. They'd done the rush diagonally across to the other base. Thought was quite impressive. In the game today, just going to be cruisy on the back position. We've got Diplodocus, who's going to provide some interesting air. I'm very interested in what the air players do. They're phenomenal players. And we've got over here Scordons, who's another super interesting player who we're going to keep an eye on. And I think gets a bull this game. I think, but let's wait and see. Now, if you're familiar with my last few plays, I'm trying to do a Cortex vehicle build just because of its reliability. Now, I do have an issue as this goes on, and we're going to discover what that is with my build. We launch right into the incisors. I only go one rascal at the start just to get some sort of scouting on the scene. Otherwise, I go into incisors and see what damage I can do. In this position, since I'm playing front, I do send down the commander down this lane that has slight more metal on it for the extractors build, just to set this infrastructure up nice and early and make sure this is captured. Now I do move forward with my incisors, just scouting out the scene. It's up before all this nastiness is up. Mimi is quite the effective Chinese player, isn't it? I can't work out what that is. But whatever flag that is, very effective defensive player, and sits actually back from the canyon, which is super rare to see. This is why I love 5 incisors at once. It just mows through anything the enemy can throw at you, and then they've gone through most of the defences. Although in this case, they keep on coming. The incisors have done a lot of damage, and a lot of economic damage, which I'm pretty happy with. These mexes are so vulnerable to just a drive-by, so it's always worth it to get behind the enemy lines, and even to have the chance to do that, because I don't think these mechs is necessarily going to get replaced right away. It's just an awkward position. In hindsight, I should have come down here, but you can't know this when you're rushing. I'm just having a bit of a guess. With my commander, I've built a radar up top to try and get as much visibility. So I venture out of my little base just to see what the lay of the land is. And I'm very surprised to see these dragon claws here. So nothing I can't really do against 5 tanks. And we've got the commander, just fortunately for them, in this position, so I can't run down this lane. It's enough to deter me for the moment. Obviously it's always a risk venturing out, but I really would rather keep those 5 tanks at the moment. Our orange player, who's our backline, is being pretty greedy here. It's super cool to see. These lashes allow that, to allow them T1 lasers to be really useless. And this is now a super effective push with even the commander instantly capturing mexes. I like it. Of course, moving forward like this does open you up to sideways aggression. See how these little T1 lasers go. Yeah, no good. So I do respect the braveness of Apollo, but braveness or craziness, but pushing too far forward like that, it can be a bit of a mistake. I know, Apollo's still holding this quite well. Fortunately, the players here didn't really expand out and take advantage of this and push up here, or, you know, sort of come back and flank Apollo. I'm intrigued by this play. Super duper aggressive play. Wow, even took down that. Look how far he is this early on in the game, the 9-minute mark. These whistlers are badass. Unfortunately, unfortunately that's it for Apollo. Ooh. I think this is the end, and all those tanks go. Oh no. Yeah, the issue with too much aggression is right there. Oh wow, we have a commander down. 2 agitators can do that if you don't have a careful eye on your commander. So kudos to Apollo. Overall, still done over twice the damage, so not necessarily too bad. Over my side, I'm starting to get tested. It's a bit early for this tick push at 10 minutes. Very strange defense. I'm not sure really how you combat it, apart from defending well against ticks. Yeah, so it's a 2 versus 1 now. Super effective 2 versus 1. We've got this early recluse before the 11-minute mark hitting us. Join with the second in a moment. Yeah, super annoying. I suppose the whistlers do earn their pay in actually being able to combat the recluse slightly. These things have so much DPS at 166. It's crazy. It's 166 DPS and 600 range. They're so crazy good in the canyon. It's honestly annoying. So I'm trying to warn my teammates that we've got spiders and we're in a bit of trouble. We're in a spot of bother. I'm starting to build. Yeah, I take them out with my commander. So I don't know if they forgot about my little commander hidden in the nook there. A strip of crystal, bless his heart, has shared a bull with me. So feeling a bit more sturdy now. Always ask for help, guys. Don't feel like it's a slight on your honour if you're under the pump. Now we've got air come around at this time, the 12-minute mark, with these wasps. The ultimate counter to these spiders early on. Very helpful to have this help, and so I can come back and heal up. Even in the end, my commander was just about dead, so that was a very close thing. And Mimi, for all the defences, didn't build AA, which... which I suppose there's always a weakness to one defence. We're a little bit fortunate here, the enemy air is a bit slow off the mark. Look at this, wow, 2 wasps do a lot of damage. I always thought they were like a little bit mediocre, but you know, maybe not. If the enemy air doesn't react right away, they're quite devastating. Will this gauntlet go down? That's a 1200 metal investment. Oh no. Oh no. Mimi says, oh no, the F word. Well, I suppose that's a problem with the base. You can't sort of retreat backwards to some sort of cover you build. You know, the air does react. Takes a little while. But then taken out by the enemy air, so it's perhaps waiting for that ambush. And here we go. I come down to join the fray. Now, unfortunately, these spiders are just sitting on this hill. Like, it's really inconvenient how they've placed it. We're going to see that a few times during this game. Just a good positioning from primarily the blue player all the time. Knowing where to put the units for maximum effect. See how much these rockets hurt? My guys are already mostly dead. Including the bull now. Ugh. Now, I don't know why this is the case. I guess the fighters are all dead. Yeah, but fortunately, shurikens for these players do come online. Otherwise, that would have been game over. I do have the feeling this player just quite quits, because nothing much else happens from this player. Look, they're totally stopped. So, severe morale loss at the 15-minute mark. It wasn't the push I hoped for, but had the intended effect. So Diplodocus is telling me to push, which is fantastic advice when I have some forces other than 2 wolverines. I say I used my WAD. These annoying shurikens are helping out the very effective, likewise, Cortex vehicle push from Scordo. How super annoying are these? Even early on, I think I should try and incorporate at least like 2 flak turrets or something to deal with this just shuriken stopping everything. The bulls are definitely better when they have similar or greater numbers, like by far. It's just quite an expense to build these up. We'll see these bulls at the moment just not quite stand up to any sort of massive push. They do get taken down rather quickly. Look at how brave they are. Oh, straight to the wolverines, I see. Danger bull. Crazy. And as annoying this is for the orange player, those bulls are super expensive. Over here I'm coming down to again press on the enemy. These snipers are well positioned and do stop any push, so I have to retreat. Snipers and shurikens, so my cheeky little push doesn't work out. So after throwing away the bulls, we can see the result of that, which is the tigers from Squadrons being able to re-establish themselves. We've got here our super supportive air-to-ground player coming up with a dragon to really just top off things. The dragon does get pushed away, but the bigger issue are these tigers. I don't know if these shurikens are going to be enough, are they? Oh. Just. Yeah, always run with some anti-air with the tigers. It's just such a common thing by now, with shurikens shutting down tigers. Yeah, I can see me on the left again trying once more to exploit this wide open area. The blue player is relying on snipers. The problem with snipers is they can be outrun. And I've got a Jaguar here. This Jaguar, oh my god, it's so fast and does a lot of damage. Takes down these two bots. Super easy. This one little Jaguar. That's all that's needed on a run by. It doesn't need to be the whole force, it's just that one remaining annoying thing. Because the energy production's the problem. You can't do anything with no energy, and it's so vulnerable. And that hiding from this Razorback. Oh no. So we've got a resign vote up. You would at this stage. The Canyon's quite clearly lost. The Tigers keep on coming through and pushing. It's so important to keep hold of Canyon and defend it. So finally I've got enough AA, a little bit too many. I think 2's fine, just for some light cover. Yeah, around the snipers. I think it's game all over because this front's quite clearly collapsed. Our players just haven't probably all realised it yet. Still building defences and whatnot. It is an APM problem to always, adjust immediately to the situation on the ground. And there we go, the morale loss is there. The other players pack it in. So overall, a pretty easy game, with Scordon's on the team at least. And Scordon's done that just through really pressure with Tigers. Done a very good job. Thanks for watching video 1 of Defending the Canyon. Like or subscribe, add a comment if you've got something to say about this, or if you're in the game. I'm excited to hear from you, and see you next time.